Alright, so here's the content. I was walking around high out of my fucking mind just around town yesterday, and I saw some great things, and then I realized Guilty Gear in Adam Sandler's Click 2006. Yeah, I put it on our Guilty Gear because our Guilty Gear is full of just shit posts, whatever the fuck. One of the comments is like, wow, this is kind of boring, and you know me, I can't be known. I am a Redditor at the core. I can't be known as a fraud. I can't be known as a low-effort post. So I need to explain Guilty Gear and Click. Pause. I'm gonna explain Click, right? The idea is Adam Sandler gets like this fucking remote, and he can just like pause people and like fucks with people kind of, but only he sees it because it's like fucking with his brain, whatever. So he gets the remote and he starts fast forwarding through like bad parts of his life, but the more he fast forwards, the more the remote just starts automatically fast forwarding through all the bad parts of his life, and then he dies. But then it was all a dream at the end, and all that sort of shit, right? And he realizes how much time with his family matters over work. And yeah, whatever. There's a mushy, corny message. But yeah, Adam Sandler's Click if Guilty Gear got the remote. Also, I'm not gonna go over the entire goddamn plot of Guilty Gear because that shit's crazy as fuck. I'm just gonna assume, you know, you clicked on this video, you probably know about Guilty Gear. Anyway, BAIKEN. BAIKEN is awesome. I play BAIKEN, I love BAIKEN. She would never use the remote. She'd be like, you know, I gotta kill that man. I gotta kill that man, you know, who murdered my family. I can't be skipping. I can't be lacking. ANJI doesn't care. ANJI is a dancer. ANJI moves with the wind. ANJI's lovely. I love ANJI. Not as much as BAIKEN, but I love ANJI. But ANJI would use it to like skip like boring stuff, get to the spice of life. He wouldn't skip enough to like auto skip everything in his life. But you know who would? FAUST. That motherfucker is fucked up. Bald head, you know, hit some hard times. You know, as soon as that girl he was doing surgery on that one time died, he would have been like, you know, like click, 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 click. Oh fuck, I'm dead. You know? Oh man, I missed the millions of people I murdered. Anyway, CHIPP is funny as fuck. But CHIPP would also die. CHIPP dies. CHIPP fast forwards his entire life and dies. Because CHIPP is fast. CHIPP has no patience for anything. I think he just impulsively click, click, click. Oh man, I have to go to a meeting as president. Click. Oh man, answer couldn't handle this call. I had to pick up. Click. You know, he just goes through and then he's dead. Like in a matter of what would feel like seconds for him, you know? Fast as fuck. Axel's weird. I initially had Axel in skips all of the super monotonous like daily routines tier, but Axel already kind of like bends time, so Axel's kind of weird. I feel like Axel probably wouldn't do anything he wouldn't already do with his powers, so maybe he just doesn't touch it. I don't know. Who definitely doesn't touch it? Kai. Kai doesn't touch it. Kai's like, I am a man of God, and I will live my life as God wanted me to. I don't know, Kai's corny. Fuck Kai, dude. I hate Kai so much. Anyway, NAGORIYUKI. NAGORIYUKI would not touch that shit. He is a good man at heart. Chaos might have made him, like, destroy that entire ass apartment complex at one time. It was like a luxury hotel, whatever, the rich. Giovanna would skip boring shit, I think. I don't think she would skip enough to, like, you know, end her life prematurely, but you know, if she doesn't need to experience it, she doesn't need to experience it. She's badass with that. Leo Whitefang, he fucking dies. He's like, oh man, I can't compare to Kai, skip. Oh man, I skipped the entire crusade, skip. Oh man, I'm fucking, I don't know. Leo's kind of in his feelings. That survivor's guilt. I think Leo's dead. I think Leo is dead the second he touches it. He skips his entire life. ZATO is interesting. Zato's interesting. So Zato, when I posted the initial list, there was a comment that was like, Zato would like play back his entire life, you know, because he used to have such sweet memories, right? And yeah, I kind of agree with that. I had him in Skip's entire life because it's like painful because he's like dead, kinda not. How would that even work? How would that even work? Would there be like a part 2 movie that you'd have to start with a remote? Anyway. So yeah, Zato probably just lives in the past and never comes back. I don't know. May skips boring shit. She skips... Maybe May skips... No, May skips her entire life because she skips to her date with Johnny and it never shows up. Damn, deleted scenes, am I right? Potemkin keeps away, you know? Warrior of Zep, he doesn't have fucking time for that. Between his love for his country and his moral obligations, you know? And drinking glue. He doesn't have time. Ramlethal? Ramlethal wouldn't touch it because Ram would just feel like suspicious. Ram would be like, something's up. This isn't right. This isn't right. And Ram would just stay away. Ram's a good girl. Millia skips boring stuff. Millia's a kind of a prima donna. I don't know. Kind of like snooty energy a little bit. She's like, oh man, I don't need to deal with this. And rightfully so. Slay girl slay. Ino skips her entire life, but Ino also has like time powers. But I think she'd be more willing to just forget about her powers and be like, oh man, this thing can get me out of this hell. Like, she'd maybe do it intentionally. She'd be like, man, everything sucks. I don't know. Maybe she'd also play back her life like Zato would. Bedman's dead though. Bedman's like, skip to the scene where I awake from his coma, and he skips to Ariel's being a bitch. Bedman's gone, dude. And Delilah wouldn't touch it. Goldlewis skips boring stuff. Very practical man, you know. I don't have to think about it. What we must do is clear. Don't you feel, you know? Testament doesn't touch it. Testament has learned, maybe in a former life Testament would have, but now they're like based, you know? They know what's up. Testament always knows what's up. You know, more time to explore hobbies. Sin skips school. I don't think I need to explain that one. He literally just skips his entire education. He's like 20, he's the same guy. Jacko. They're two separate people, kinda. I think Jacko keeps away from the remote though, because somebody on one of the top comments on the thread I made yesterday was like, you overestimate how much impulse control she has, was how they phrase it. You overestimate how much impulse. I can't fucking speak. But, yeah, Jacko, she doesn't have impulse control, but also there would be like that bit of Arya in the back of her mind being like, this thing is sus, I think. And, you know, perfection can't please me. The entire point of her theme is like, I want to see the world. And you can't see the world if you fucking skip it. Asuka or KREUTZ stays away from it because Asuka knows what's up. Asuka's like the one guy, he's that man. He's that fucking man. He always knows what's up. He'd be like, nah, you know, let me chill on my moon base a little bit. Johnny skips boring stuff, but not that much boring stuff. I don't think Johnny has a very boring life. Bridget, the same comment that was like, this is kind of boring or whatever, this is kind of dull, there's not much substance to this, you know, implying that I would post anything low quality. There were like, the comment you left on Bridget on the image, that left comment, it's not even funny. That wasn't trying to be funny. I posted it because one of my friends on Discord was like, Bridget skips 6 months of HRT, the first 6 months, and then nothing else. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what, I don't understand Bridget. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with Bridget. I respect people who like Bridget, but she's not my kind of character. She's not my kind of gal, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm not on that wavelength. But I know a lot of people are, and I really respect that. And one of those people that is giving me like this sage advice. Like, this is what Bridget would maybe do in this situation. And people on the subreddit disagreed, but that's the lovely thing. We can all have opinions in this world. I don't really know. I think she'd use it. I don't know how much she'd use it. But I don't vibe with Bridget like that. So who am I to say? Who I do vibe with is fucking Saul Bad Guy, baby. I love Saul Bad Guy so much. Fucking wild 30. Saul Bad Guy skips to the end of Excerpt story mode because he wants his wife back. I don't think I need to explain beyond that, you know? And then Chaos gives it to some fucking dude on the street. He's like, hey, you wanna fuck you? You want this shit? It's really cool. You won't fuck up your life, I promise. And then Adam Sandler takes it and is like, wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the list. Bye.
Spit on your hand and stroke my... Peace.